Hello and welcome to our series of short videos explaining the proposed key changes to the delivery of VET to school students in Tasmania. This video will cover our proposed changes to Certificate 3 delivery for school students undertaking a VET qualification. The requirements and guidelines for the delivery of VET to school students is a product of the Vocational Learning in Tasmanian Schools framework, developed through the Years 9 to 12 project, a cross-sectoral initiative to improve education, training and employment outcomes for young Tasmanians. The requirements and guidelines for the delivery of VET to school students is not proposed to come into effect until 2022. The remainder of this year will be used to consult on the draft document, with stakeholders invited to provide feedback. 2021 will provide an opportunity to plan and prepare to ensure schools, RTOs and education sectors have strong systems in place to support these changes. All of the requirements, roles and responsibilities named in the document have been informed by recommendations and findings from national, state and international reviews, as well as direct feedback from local Tasmanian stakeholders. At the state level, these include the Australian Council of Educational Research Review in 2016, which led to the formation of the Years 9 to 12 project, and the VET and Vocational Learning Forums held across the state in 2018 and the report from this consultation. Nationally, these include the Strengthening Skills Review in 2019, which continues to guide national VET reforms, as well as the review of the Australian Qualifications Framework and the Australian Skills Quality Authority Regulatory Strategy 2019 to 2021, and the review of senior secondary pathways into work, further education and training. Internationally, these include the OECD Future of Education and Skills 2030 project and the reviews and reports that have stemmed from this work. The requirements and guidelines are proposing that schools do not schedule training that would enable a Certificate 3 qualification to be completed before the end of Year 12, unless an individual or class exemption has been agreed to by the head of the education sector. Through our consultations with teachers, principals, training providers and members of different industries, we've heard issues around the appropriateness of a number of Certificate 3 qualifications for school-age students. National reviews and reports, such as those listed earlier in this presentation, echo these concerns. Concerns have also been raised around the volume of learning for Certificate 3 qualifications delivered in schools. Volume of learning is defined by ASQA as being the necessary time a learner who does not hold any of the competencies identified in the relevant units or modules would take to develop the required skills and knowledge. The volume of learning for a Certificate 3 is 1,200 to 2,400 hours, making this virtually impossible to complete within a school student's timetable. A number of the implementation and companion guides for training packages available online also specifically state that Certificate 3s are not appropriate for delivery in a school setting. Although this advice doesn't form part of the requirements that an RTO must meet under the standards, it has been quality assured and is recommended by training package developers. The requirements and guidelines are also proposing that where a Certificate 3 qualification is started at school, the school must work closely with the student to facilitate their transition to TASTAFE or another registered training organisation to complete their qualification post Year 12. We understand that a one-size-fits-all approach is not always the best, so an exemption process is also being proposed to provide flexibility for specific situations where a Certificate 3 is appropriate. If approved, the course would be permitted. If you have any questions, concerns, or would like advice about managing VET courses, please don't hesitate to contact the Vocational Learning and Career Education team.